There's a war brewing right now inside of China over the country's e-commerce market, and there's no surprise as to why. The Middle Kingdom is set to surpass the US in GDP sometime in the next 15 years, and its middle class has ballooned faster than any nation in history. As a result, tech giants and industry newcomers have all been clamoring to grab a piece of this incredibly lucrative market that looks to be unstoppable in terms of growth over the next 30 years. In this video, we'll be taking a look into the current state of China's e-commerce landscape, the strategies each of these major players employ, and the emerging trends that could dictate the industry's future. In the 1980s, CCP chairman Deng Xiaoping heralded China's market reform from a purely socialist economy to a socialist market economy that introduced some aspects of capitalism, such as industrialism, entrepreneurship, and private enterprise, but did so in a way that the state controlled capitalism, and that the results of the new system were to benefit the whole, not just the elites. And ever since then, its economy has been on a tear, and shows no sign of stopping anytime soon, taking tens of millions of citizens out of poverty and bringing them into the middle class. Today, China has skyrocketed to be the global leader in exports and currently sits as the second largest economy in the world. And that's why e-commerce has been so hot lately, since at its core, it's essentially a bet on a growing economy. As the economy grows, so does household disposable income. And whenever there's an excess in disposable income, you can bet that people will find a way to spend it. And e-commerce provides a convenient way for them to do that right at their fingertips. You can't talk about e-commerce in China without mentioning the current king and Alibaba. The first mover had its beginnings in 1999 in founder Jack Ma's apartment, first starting out in the B2B market, handling sales between foreign importers and domestic exporters. Over time, it expanded into the direct-to-consumer market, launching Taobao Marketplace in 2003, China's largest C2C shopping platform, where, like eBay, the general public can list and sell their products to other consumers, and launching Tmall in 2008, Alibaba's B2C Amazon equivalent, where authorized retailers and distributors can sell directly to customers. Alibaba's foothold is largely attributed to it being a pioneer in introducing products and programs that the Chinese citizens today take for granted, such as Alipay, Singles Day, New Retail, Cainiao, its merchant platforms, and loyalty programs that it leverages to stay ahead of the competition. Here's a brief rundown of each of these. Alipay is Alibaba's mobile payments platform. It launched back in 2004. It helps customers purchase products online in a secure and convenient way. Today, Alipay has become a super app, tying together all of Alibaba's products and services. And with it being the most used payments app in China, it creates powerful network effects that essentially ensures Taobao and Tmall as the first destination people go to when it comes to online shopping. Singles Day was unveiled in 2009 and has grown to be the largest annual shopping event in the world, where every November 11th, brands unveil major discounts and promotions on their products. In 2022, the event grossed a whopping $84 billion for the company. Cainiao is Alibaba's supply chain initiative and operates more as a network of third-party logistics partners and platform instead of a wholly self-owned logistics arm. This makes sense, as Alibaba's business model is much more reliant on third-party merchants or sellers who manage the entire product sales lifecycle from marketing to delivery, with many of their merchants already owning warehouses. Cainiao provides Taobao and Tmall sellers with warehousing, fulfillment, and reverse logistics services to provide customers with enhanced delivery experiences, and has been on the forefront of innovation, bringing technologies such as IoT for smart warehouses, unmanned vehicles for last-mile delivery, and AI for optimizing delivery routes. New Retail was started in 2016 and is an initiative that connects online shopping with offline stores and blends them together with a digital supply chain to create a seamless omni-channel experience where consumers can purchase and receive products anywhere and through any medium. Alibaba was also the first to introduce a comprehensive set of tools for third-party merchants to better reach, sell, and scale their businesses. These tools include services such as SEO, pay-per-click advertising, social media marketing, payment processing, and fulfillment services. The platform also introduced specialized analytics and business intelligence tools to help sellers better understand their customers and optimize sales. 88VIP is Alibaba's paid customer loyalty program, providing members with a general 5% discount on most goods, additional discounts during events such as Singles Day, exclusive access to new and limited edition products from top brands, and other perks offered within the Alibaba ecosystem. For merchants, this enables them to test out new products and iterate quickly, and for Alibaba, 88VIP not only acts as a source of recurring revenue via its annual membership fee and over 50 million members, but also results in higher sales for the company, with the average 88VIP shopper spending twice as much as other shoppers on the platform. Alibaba is currently the largest e-commerce player in the Chinese market, being especially prominent in the wealthy Tier 1 and 2 cities, such as Beijing and Shanghai. But it also has a growing presence in the less wealthy Tier 3 and 4 cities, as they offer a diverse range of products from luxury branded goods to white label products to meet the needs of almost any customer. But their dominance is being met with fierce competition, coming from emerging players with innovative business strategies such as first-party logistics and social e-commerce. While the company has generally succeeded in staying agile and adapting to an ever-changing market, with new releases like their grocery app Taocaicai and group buying app Taobao Deals, they'll need to continue to monitor and invest appropriately to maintain their current lead. JD.com was Alibaba's first real competition in the e-commerce space. Starting in 1998 as a brick-and-mortar CD and DVD store, to 2003 SARS outbreak led founder Richard Liu to see the opportunity of selling products over the internet. In 2004, it moved online, launching their B2C platform and quickly expanding its product offerings. JD.com's key differentiator is their proprietary logistics network, opting for an asset-heavy model in contrast to Alibaba's asset-light model, as they rely on a first-party marketplace business, where merchants act more as wholesalers who sell their products directly to JD, who then control pricing and delivery. The company has built a self-owned and managed supply chain infrastructure, with its warehouses covering almost all of China's districts and employs over 250,000 distribution personnel. And while this feature has been and continues to be capital intensive, they, like Amazon in the US, have been able to have complete control over the end-to-end product delivery experience, optimizing everything from ordering a product on the site to last-mile delivery. This has resulted in a slight but noticeable advantage relative to Alibaba in same-day and next-day delivery speeds, an industry-leading compliance rate hovering around 0.002 packages per million, 100 times lower than its peers, and an inventory turnover rate that is stabilized to under 40 days. Since inventory is also self-owned inside of JD's warehouses, where procurement sources their products directly from a retailer or from trusted resellers, they're also able to ensure authentic products in a country best known for producing counterfeit items. And it's because of this that customers associate JD with quality, authenticity, and speedy delivery. It's no surprise that with this reputation, JD.com currently penetrates well into the Tier 1 and 2 cities, where consumers with higher disposable incomes are willing to pay a bit more for authentic items and reliable delivery. And like Alibaba, JD is now focused on moving downstream into the Tier 3 and 4 cities. JD also has a substantial offline retail and supermarket presence, allowing it to naturally create an omni-channel shopping experience similar to that of Alibaba's new retail. And in the future, the company is expected to grow its third-party marketplace to compete with the tech behemoth. Considered as an upstart in the industry, Pinduoduo has been taking the e-commerce market by storm. Founded recently in 2015, it started out as an online grocery vendor, but has made a transition to selling almost anything. In the last few years, Pinduoduo's popularity has surpassed both Alibaba and JD to become the most actively used e-commerce platform with over 900 million monthly active users. And this is attributed to three key factors: penetrating an underserved market segment, social e-commerce, and group buying. Unlike its bigger peers, Pinduoduo targets the largely ignored Tier 3 and Tier 4 cities, who are much more cost-sensitive relative to the more wealthy cities. However, although they may spend less now, Pinduoduo is betting that the overall growth machine of China will eventually turn many of these cities into Tier 1 and 2 cities, and want to go on a journey with the customer so that as their disposable income increases, the more they continue to spend on their platform. Social e-commerce, or the combination of e-commerce with social media, is another unique strategy Pinduoduo employs, drastically lowering their user acquisition costs and creating deeper customer engagement. And this is done through their strategic partnership with Tencent, the tech giant behind China's most popular social media app, WeChat. It's through this partnership that Pinduoduo not only gets to tap into WeChat's billion active users to acquire them at vastly lower costs of roughly $2 compared to around $40 for JD and Taobao, but they also get to build their platform to integrate with the social media app itself. This has led to features such as gamification, where WeChat users can play games to get discounts on products, as well as the major disruptive force in group buying. Group buying is essentially Groupon on steroids, a program where users can bulk order products with their social network to gain huge discounts. And the combination of group buying and social e-commerce has been an enormous success, as the bulk discounts and subsidies appeal to the more cost-sensitive buyers in Tier 3 and 4 cities, and the social engagement factor has created a truly addictive shopping experience that has their retention rates levels above the competition. Even though Pinduoduo has the highest number of monthly active users, it still lags in revenue relative to its competition, as while the number of users on the other platforms are fewer, they spend much more. But again, this is expected to change, as Pinduoduo's users accrue greater wealth over time. While the company is still heavily in investment mode, Pinduoduo's outlook looks bright, as it continues to further its competitive differentiation by selling agricultural products online with Duoduo Grocery, building out its own supply chain infrastructure to compete with JD, and expanding into Tier 1 and 2 cities. Looking out a few years, it's fairly easy to predict the next big trends in Chinese e-commerce, live streaming, and short-form video, given that they've already begun to shake up the industry. Now, while these aren't novel ideas or technologies by any means, they have gone on a meteoric trajectory recently, stemming from companies like Kuaishou, a live streaming platform, and Douyin, the Chinese variant of TikTok, seeing the opportunity to further monetize its user base beyond just ads, by having popular personalities and content creators answer questions and demo the product. Although these trends lead to higher return rates due to impulse buying, they also derive greater engagement, brand loyalty, and ultimately sales. While all the three major pure-play e-commerce companies already participate in some way in both live streaming and short-form video content, expect to see major investment in these areas over the next few years. The world's second largest economy is up for grabs, and the war in this Game of Thrones is just getting started. While we don't know exactly what the future holds, one thing we know for sure is that the landscape for Chinese e-commerce is ever changing. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, and if you're new here, subscribe to see more content just like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.